I'm talking steps, but right now she's doing her own thing. She's playing Cruella de Vil in the musical tour of 101 Dalmatians. Let's say good evening to the megastar that is Faye Tozer.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, Faye. It is so nice to have you here on Gaydio, and wearing a bit of a different hat for once, because we're not talking steps, we're talking Cruella de Vil. You are playing the most wicked villainess of all. Faye, how does it feel to be entering into your evil era?
This is how I describe it myself, in fact. It's so much fun to be playing the most iconic female villain of all time, I feel. So much fun. I was absolutely thrilled when I got the phone call to be invited to play Cruella. I have done Wicked Queen in Panto before, so I felt like I had an understanding of what I was needed for. So yeah, and it's just like a more outrageous, heightened version of that, I think, with such a brilliant classic story underneath.
I always imagine it must be fun to play evil as well, because obviously we see you as this fabulous, wholesome pop star, and then you go on stage and you are literally being the meanest queen around. It's like, do you enjoy embracing the evil?
Oh, it's like the best thing ever. It's an outlet for my rage, it's my alter ego. No, it's actually, I think it's really interesting and wonderful to get a reaction from the audience, because as you say, people expect me to be wholesome, fairy godmother material, and to go the other way is just so delicious for me. I can really get my teeth into it and make some really, really fun decisions. And the script in this show, the language that she uses is so vile, it's funny, it's great fun. All the things that I can't say.
I love it. It's your alter ego, as you said. So were you a fan of the film then? Because obviously, we all grew up watching the Disney version, and then of course the version with Glenn Close as a Cruella de Vil as well, and then more recently we had another Cruella as well. So were you a fan of all of those films?
Yeah, absolutely. Growing up with 101 Dalmatians, the cartoon version is how it all started for me. I really enjoyed the Emma Stone Cruella version recently. I thought the fashion in there was fabulous. And one of the lovely things about this show is Cruella's costumes are ridiculous, really. I've got this fabulous base layer, which is like a corset and thigh-high boots and these long gloves with nails, and then we put over the top of them, like, the silhouettes are crazy, really. One is a giraffe, one we describe as an eagle. We've got this fabulous, a dressing gown coat thing, which is so heavy, it feels like a king's robe. It's amazing. And then, of course, the Dalmatian, which you'll have to wait and come and see, which is amazing. So, yeah, just so much fun.
I cannot wait. So how does it work on stage? Have we got real puppies on the stage? How do we do the Dalmatians? Because they say never work with kids and animals. I'm assuming you are.
Literally. We are very blessed to have the most incredible puppets. So it's I don't know if you ever saw Warhorse or Life of Pi. So the creation of the puppets are like that. So sometimes you have more than one person on a puppet, and sometimes it's just the one only. The animatronics and the engineering involved with them to make them so real and lifelike, how they flap their ears, how they move their necks, how they have such personalities, and the guys that are driving them, the actors that are playing the puppies and Pongo and Purdy, they've had experience, like some of them came from they did Jurassic World. I don't know if you saw that with the massive. So it's a really incredible show to be part of. I'm a huge Jim Henson fan. I grew up with the Muppets and Dark Crystal and Fraggle Rock and all that sort of stuff. So it's like a real dream job. But we do have a very special guest at the end of the show, which is a real puppy. We are touring with a little girl called Chester, and she literally steals the show. All the hard work that we do throughout the whole thing, she gets the biggest cheers. So.
More Doggy Tour with a fabulous Faye in just a few moments. But right now, let's get Sabrina Carpenter on for you. This is Please, Please, Please here on Gaydio. For Curve Theatre the week after. So how does touring with a very adorable hyperactive puppy compare with touring with a very adorable hyperactive H?
Well, I think just as well, more well behaved, to be honest. No, it's I miss the guys. I haven't seen them for a while. We talk to the band all the time because obviously we are in the middle of creating Here and Now our own musical. So we're online constantly, but I haven't seen the guys face to face for a while.
And what about the other lady that's playing Cruella as well? Because obviously you're on tour with this right the way through to the end of the year. You're splitting the role with Kim Marsh, another fabulous pop star and actress. So have you compared notes at all, or are you deliberately trying to avoid each other so you don't see what the other one's doing?
Oh, it's been really interesting. So I know Kim, obviously, from back in the pop days. We crossed paths because I live up north now, and she obviously is from the north. And coming into this role, Kim started the rehearsal period first, so I came into it afterwards. And she's been so wonderful and so generous. And I've been shadowing her for some of the shows as well. And she's like, come in here. This is what you do. Try this coat on, do this. She's been absolutely brilliant. But I think, you know, when you're in theatre, you kind of understand that you have to be a certain type of person to get the show on and get it going. And I really enjoyed her Cruella, but we are very different people. So we have different styles. So I think if you come and see us both, you'll see a slightly different show, but obviously with same base background.
Okay, so final question then. I think if you were to be a dog, you would be a Dalmatian because you're adorable, you're lovable, you make everybody smile and just, you know, you bring happiness. If the other four members of Steps were dogs, what breed would they be and why?
Oh my goodness. So, funnily you say that. So I actually have to rescue Salukis myself, and they always say that you look like your dog or your dog looks like the owner. And so H has often described me as an Afghan as well. So for the rest of them, so I would think that, oh gosh, I hope I'm being kind to everybody by saying this. So I would go with like maybe like a golden retriever for Claire, just because it's loyal, friendly and warm and loving and does a lot of things for everybody. Yeah. Mm-hmm. For Lisa, I don't know why this popped into my head, but I put a poodle. I don't know why. She popped into my head for a poodle, maybe because she's like the outward image is also beautifully primped and premed and lovely, and yeah, I don't know. For Lee, oh my God, what would I say for Lee? A Doberman popped in my head for some reason.
Something solid.
Something solid, strong, very protective. Yeah, actually, that's probably quite right. And then for H, I was going to say a Chihuahua, but I don't know. What would you say for H?
I would say H would definitely be some kind of like puppy dog, something that's like a little Jack Russell, maybe something that's snappy but in a lovely way, not in any way sort of like nastily snappy, just like fun, and you just want to cuddle them and just, yeah, he'd be, or he might be a poodle, but he'd have to have all the rainbow colours put into his fur.
Oh, I know. I miss him a lot, actually. Yeah.
Faye, can I say it's been an absolute pleasure having you here on Gaydio as ever. Got to ask as well, any new Steps music coming, or is that going to be until, you know, next year, year after? Is there other plans?
We are concentrating on our musical this year, so we can't wait to get that out and about. So that's what our heads are in at the moment. So yeah, not at the moment, but it always happens really organically. We get a song that falls onto the desk with management, and then we suddenly go, oh, this is going to be something, this is going to roll into an album. So that moment hasn't happened quite yet, but yeah, heading Here and Now for now. 100
Dalmatians is on tour right now. What's the place for tickets if everybody wants to go and snap them up, and rightly so?
Yeah, go grab your tickets at 101dalmatians.co.uk, and I shall see you on stage.
Oh, we can't wait to see you being wickedly good.